welcome to all of our viewers. Welcome to Opportunity Talks. This is our second episode, and my name is Randy Gill. I'm the president and CEO of Their Opportunity, and I'm honored this evening to be hosting CFL's two-time MOP and two-time Grey Cup champion, ladies and gentlemen, my guest, my friend, Levi Mitchell. How you doing?
Man, what's going on, everybody? Glad to be here. Randy, appreciate it, man.
Hey, we're so excited to have you on the show, and we're really grateful that you've been so supportive to not only what we're doing at Their Opportunity, but also all across the city and really supporting so many. So thank you so much for just being an awesome dude.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Just following the footsteps of those that came before me, man.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. How's Maddie and the kids doing?
They're in bath time right now. Lakeland, so she turns 1 in 2 weeks, and she still doesn't have any teeth.
Oh,
so yeah, they're right at that point. They're poking through, and they are driving her nuts. So
nutty time.
Helping to drive mom and dad nuts too.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I'll tell Maddie I say hi, and if she comes down, just have her come on.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Since we're on her
girl's
social,
dress.
yeah. Since we're on her social anyway.
Well, no, she was happy. She was like, "Yeah, don't go on the stamps, go on mine. I need more followers."
Yeah, that's amazing. Love her. Well, how does it sound to be, when someone's introducing you as two-time Grey Cup champion? How does that sound? How does that feel for you? Oh
man, first off, it just kind of brings back the memories of your teammates and everybody winning those games, and what it takes to do that. It's a good feeling, but a bad feeling at the same time, because I know we should have more. Yeah. But it's something that's fun. It keeps me hungry, keeps guys driving for us to go out and get another one.
Love it. Love the hunger. You got to be hungry. That's what winners do. They're hungry. They're always hungry.
Look at Tom Brady. 43 years old. He's young, switching teams to go start another 3-year project.
Oh yeah, he'll be going until he's 50, man. He's good. He's good to go. When you're holding on to that Grey Cup, do you think to yourself, man, I'm holding a trophy that's over 100 years old?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
What goes through your mind when you put your hands on that? You're holding Earl Grey's cup of tea right there, man. Like you're holding the real deal, over 100 years old. Like what goes through your mind? How does that feel?
Oh man, I think at first you're so flushed and overwhelmed with feelings, and then all of a sudden you grab that cup and you hold it up, and the lights hit it, and you start to see all those little names etched in there, and you just realize you're holding history, man, of all these guys. And then honestly, the way it hit me was, in 50 years, what kid's going to be holding it and he's going to think, man, Bo's on here,
yeah.
Nick Lewis is on this, Sean Cornish, like all these guys that we played with, that I've had the opportunity to play with. It's you get your name in that cup and it can't be taken away.
It's amazing. Of all the positions to play, why in the world, when you were a young kid, you decided on quarterback of all things? How did that all come to be? Like reminisce with us a little bit. Like, people are going to want to crush you. They want to take your head off. You're the guy they're going for.
Man, so me and my oldest brother Patrick lived together. My parents were split, and my 2 other brothers, Corey and Scooter, they lived together. So Pat was a pitcher, a quarterback. He had the arm, so I was always outside throwing with him. And I'm 4 years younger than him, so I'm just trying to do everything I can to keep up with how far he is. And my other 2 brothers, Corey and Scooter, were both receivers.
Yeah.
So whenever we play 2-on-2 against each other, somebody else had to be the quarterback on this side. So it would be me and Corey against Patrick and Scooter, and I started to learn to throw. And then when my first tryout came with the Baltimore Ravens in KYF, so KD Youth Football, the coach stands up in front of everybody in there. It's a new franchise. They had never been a part of the league yet, and so coach stands up in front of everybody. First day of tries, he goes, "Hey, now listen. I know everybody wants to be quarterback, but we're going to give everybody an opportunity to throw and find out who can throw the best, and then that's how we'll decide. So raise your hand if you want to play quarterback." And in my mind, I wanted to play receiver like my other 2 brothers, because I didn't think I could throw that far.
Yeah.
So I look around and nobody has their hand raised, and I look at my oldest brother Patrick, who took me to my tryout, and he was like, raise your hand. And so I just raised my hand, and he's like, all right, I guess Bo's our quarterback. He's the only one, and I've never played another position since.
Amazing. The man with the arm. Actually, when you and I were hanging out last, I remember you telling me the story about throwing a football at somebody's iPhone. And it turned out tell the viewers about that story, because you're showing me your phone and it's totally smashed to pieces. What happened? That was hilarious.
Oh man. Hold on. Are you talking about the one with Alex Singleton?
Yeah. When the boys were saying, "Hey, I bet you can't hit this target."
Yeah. So basically, we're at COP and Alex. We were doing trick shots. So Matt Nichols was doing trick shots. I was doing a trick shot. Guys were kind of just throwing trick shots around the league to keep in the off season, keep entertained.
Yeah.
And me and Alex are working out together, and I have him put a protein bottle on his head, and then we switch it to an iPhone to make it a little bit harder. But then, like, you can see the ball going at the phone, and we make it look like one take, and it didn't take one take. I'll be honest about that. Alex actually took it off his head twice, and that's me throwing it like 80-90%.
Yeah.
From about 20 yards. So, yeah, he took it off his head twice, and he was a champ. And, yeah, we finally got the shot done. But, yeah, we broke it one time.
Just happened to be yours. That's it. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Thought it was somebody else's. Yeah. That's classic, man. So, when we talk about your career, man, you've had an amazing career already, and it's going to keep getting better. And we're really proud of you for the way you represent Calgary and on and off the field. And we're so grateful to have you on our team. And the way you represent the city is amazing wherever you go. So we thank you for that. I want you to, as we reminisce a little bit, talk about, one of those great moments in your career that you can look back on and you can say, that was a defining moment for me. This game-winning drive, this special play, like this was one of those things that was the moment you'll remember forever.
Yeah, I know the exact moment, actually. So I went to SMU for 2 years and didn't go great. There's 130 schools in the NCAA and in D1. And my freshman year, I led the entire NCAA in interceptions and sacks.
That's a stat. That's a stat.
So June Jones, who was a coach up here, he was a coach that drafted Brett Favre at one point at the Falcons. He went to the XFL just recently, but so he stuck with me. Went to the next year at SMU, and again, it wasn't going great. Got injured, so I left and went to Eastern Washington. So I never really, in my time of being a starting quarterback, had one of those drives or one of those times where it was time to come up clutch, and it was on me, and I had to go get it done. And at Eastern, we're playing against Montana, and that's our rival, so that's where Dave went. We're playing at home, and we get the ball with 90 seconds left on the 10-yard line. We've got to go 90 yards. And it was the very first fourth down. I threw a slash, so it's like a 10, 12-yard bang 8 post. And it's 4th and 10. And before the play, I told myself, I was like, man, no matter what, because the ball had been coming out high the whole game. So I was like, no matter what, stay on top of the ball, take a deep breath, make the throw. That's all you can do. Take care of your job. And so I dropped back, looked the safety off, hit it. Greg Hurd caught it, fell down for the first down. And at that moment, all of a sudden, I get this rush going through me, and I'm like, oh, man, we can do this. So we have to go through another 4th down. Again, I did the same thing in my head, told myself to breathe, got it done. We drive down. We score a touchdown. And the fans rush the field. Everybody's going crazy. My dad's there. My dad comes up to me, and I start bawling. Yeah. And I was like, Dad, I figured it out.
Yes.
I know how to do this. I figured it out. I know how to do this. And that was just one of those moments. As soon as I figured that out, I've just been applying that to football for the rest of my career, and it's taken us a long way.
That's amazing. I love that story, dude. That's so good. When we're talking about these types of moments, you remember them forever. And kids and families that are watching, there's moments in your life, the ups and the downs. Those define you. And one of the questions I have for you too is what about defeat? What stands out to you? One of those great losses you experienced, devastating defeat, and what did you learn from it? What were the takeaways from it? How did it shape you? Defeat.
Yeah, I would say, about probably 2-3 years ago, I was just not myself as a man and not carrying myself the way I wished I would, and if I was to have a boy, not the way I wish he would carry himself. I think I was riding a little bit high from my football career and thinking that I was invincible. Right. And I got brought back down to earth, and I had to fight to keep Maddie here, to keep the kids here, and it was a defining moment in my life. But as sad as it is, it's definitely one of the best moments of my life. It's something that has been driving me for these last couple of years, and has just been driving me to be a great husband, a great parent, and just really prioritizing my time in the proper way. And I think that as a man, when you learn that, and as a husband, as a father, it kind of gives you this perspective for the rest of your life of how you should be acting and how you want to carry yourself. And I think it's big for me to have gotten past that point, because there's a bunch of young men looking up to me, and if I'm not carrying myself the way that that these guys should be, they're going to see that, and they're going to replicate those. They're going to say, well, if he can do it, then I can do it. Yeah. So something that definitely defined me, but it's been driving me for my last couple of years of my life, and it's been amazing.
And there's a lot of people looking up to you. And my son Lucas is off here to the left watching us. And,
what's up, Lucas? Hey. What's going on, man?
We really appreciate the fact that you kind of found your true north, and you really, north here in Canada, but your compass is set straight.
Oh, I see what you did there.
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I tossed.
You got some lights from that on the left. I see the little hearts popping up everywhere.
Actually, what I saw? A question was the funniest play call. I heard you say this post and skinny this and naked bootlegs. Like tell the viewers some of your funny play calls. Like the offense is kind of crazy, right? Like the offense has all these weird play calls. Defense is like zone blitz, man coverage. Tell us about some of those kind of weird play calls. And what are they? What do they do?
So, funny story about that is that basically twice a week I'll have Maddie run through my one-word plays. So it's our no-huddle offense. We go, and you got to know what the entire play is based off one word. And every now and then we'll get to one, and she's like, what? Why did Dave put that in there? Why did he name that play that? So I'll give you one. It's the only one I can give you.
All right, You can't give me the whole playbook here. Yeah.
No. So a funny one for me, we have a play called Condom. It's called that because
you remember it. Yeah.
It's a 3-receiver route. It's a stop, a seam, and an in. So it's stop, seam, and condom. Yeah. You wanted a funny one. That's the one I've got.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. You heard it right there. Yeah. Condom. There it is.
I'm sure that's the
my son's not listening to that part. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I also wanted to chat a little bit about what you're doing in the city. I know you're very active in Calgary. You're very active giving back, not just to their opportunity, but other awesome charities and work with kids. And I also know that you started a football academy as well. Why did you start that? How'd that all come about? And how can people check that out?
Yeah, so my roommate when I first got here was Deron Mayo. We tried out in Florida at the mini camp together. I ran my 40 right behind him because we went in alphabetical order, so it was Mayo, Mitchell. And so we just kind of got chatting even just in that line waiting to run our 40. So when we both made the team, we got up here, we said, hey, if we both make the team, let's get a place together. So we got a place together my first year, got a place together my second year. And we both stayed up here in the off season that year. And one thing we noticed is that in the States, I guess it's like hockey up here in the States, in football and baseball, you're training all year round. Yeah. And it's Hell Week, it's winter ball, it's summer ball, it's spring camp. And I noticed that hockey had that here, and lacrosse had started to get it as well, but there wasn't that out there for football. And so Deron and I just kind of got started talking, and we were like, man, is this something that we have time for? Is this something that we can create? And he's very, very passionate about it. He's actually the assistant strength and conditioning coach for the Patriots now. And so you can tell he's passionate about it. But, we were very passionate about starting something to give kids an opportunity in the off season to keep up their training for football. Because the one thing we noticed is that, and it's not a knock on the guys, there's plenty of great Canadians that have come through the CFL, but we noticed that a lot of them at the time that when we first got here back in 2012, they didn't know how to be professionals right away.
Right.
You obviously had your guys that did. You had your Brad Sinopolis, your guys that were just locked in. Brett Jones, right from the start, they knew how to be professional. They've been doing it. But we had noticed a lot of these guys didn't have that yet. And so we started asking around, like, hey, man, when did you start learning coverage? And so we started asking around, like, hey, man, when did you start learning coverages? And he's like, basically when I got here for training camp. And that blew our mind. So we were like, okay, we need to, it's a necessity. We need to make it happen. It's not a moneymaker. You know, it's not something that we make money off of. I haven't made $1 off it yet. I just try to get as many kids as I can there, and I pay for the rental facility and the insurance to keep the kids protected. And we usually make right below that for the camp. So for us, it's just about the passion that one day I want to be a coach. You know, he's already living that dream, and this is getting us started. And you know, one of our kids actually just got Isaiah. He signed a deal to play at UFC. So for a scholarship. So great. We're excited, man. That's what we're trying to create and trying to get guys there. And we're trying to teach old linemen, you know, blocks. We're trying to teach quarterbacks reads, coverages, and just trying to give these guys something that we felt like was lacking at the time.
That's amazing. And that's what this is all about. That's why we're doing what we're doing with Their Opportunity, why we're hosting these shows right now. Actually, I noticed that Sam Effa just joined one of Canada's fastest men, and he's going to be on the show in a couple weeks too. So shout out to Sam.
Let's get a race in, Sam.
Yeah, I think he might teach you a few things about how to scramble. He's a great dude too. Yeah, you're gonna love hearing from him. But you know, this is what it's all about. You know, giving kids opportunity. You know, making sure that kids that are getting opportunity are being the best versions of themselves. And especially in these times, we're trying to give a shout out of hope and of opportunity, and letting the world know that, you know, these things too shall come to pass, and you can be active, you can stay active, keep a healthy mind, a healthy body, even during this time. But when it's time to go again, let's go. Let's go. Let's get active. And you know, maybe for you, tell us a little bit about how you're staying active, how you're keeping the mentals up and the bod up, like how you keeping all that working right now.
Yeah, man, I'll be honest with you, it is not easy. It's I know a lot of the young kids out there, they're probably just inside playing video games and it feels safe, and hey, I don't blame you. But right now, like what we're trying to do is anytime that it's somewhat nice out, or even if it's just cold, my wife and I wake up, we put the girls in our stroller and we go for a 2-mile run. We've got a little loop here around the lake, and that just gets our day started off right. And I've always found that if I start off with something like that, something active, I'm way more likely to eat healthy the rest of the day, because I don't want to ruin what I just did.
Yeah.
Because when you're running, like, you know, you get to mile 1.5, your brain's like, dude, stop. If you're not a long distance guy like myself. So I think when you're pushing your body through things like that so early in the morning, to me, it's that reminder all day, hey, stay active, eat healthy. So right now, we're ordering our food. Actually, if you don't mind me moving real quick.
Yeah. Go for it.
So this is one thing we've got going on is right here. Backyard Meats.
I love it.
They supply like vintage, all the great restaurants out here, and basically they don't have guys to send their meat to right now because restaurants obviously aren't taking them. So so there's, you know, better meat than you're normally going to get at a great cost, and so that's how we're getting all our meat. And then every now and then I'll make a run to the grocery store. Just trying to, you know, eat healthy, be right, and then keep my mind in the playbook. And I think that's important for everybody, because the truth is we don't know when this is going to stop. And I know the fear sets in for everybody. And that's the tough part, is the unknown of when is this going to be over. But the truth is that none of us know. There's predictions, there's doctors, scientists, everybody's saying, you know, maybe it's going to stop here, but it's all based off our decisions. So we got to stay inside. We got to but keep yourself active, but stay smart, wash your hands, stay away from other people. And it's the young guys, so all you young people out there, I know you think you're invincible, but we're not all invincible. So we need your help for y'all doing the right things.
That's good. Maybe I'll ask you one final question, or give us kind of one final thought here on, you know, what would be, you know, what kind of has kept you and Maddie and the family going through this time? Maybe a message of hope and opportunity to the viewers that are watching, you know, because this is the time when we need that. We need good vibes out there. We need good, you know, messages of hope and opportunity. What kind of has kept you guys going? What keeps going through your mind?
Oh, it's awesome that you say that. My wife actually today, her and Ellie went out in the street and drew a big rainbow in chalk and just wrote good vibes underneath it. So it's funny that you say that.
Nice.
Honestly, I would say just what's been keeping us going this whole time is knowing that at some point it's going to be over. It's not going to last. It's not something that's going to happen forever. And our daily thought process is, how do we get better today? And it might sound cheesy, but it's something that's been keeping us going. Maddie's got different crafts for the girls every single day. I mean, she's the most amazing mother in the entire world. No knock on the other mothers out there, but Madison is just, I can't keep up with her. I'm trying. You saw, I sent you the picture of the thing I'm building in the garage right now.
Man, that was good. Yeah.
I'm trying as much as I can, but man, it's every second of the day she is turned on. She is active with the girls. If they ask her a question and the age old, you know, mom. You see her take a deep breath, and I think we always talk back and forth at night before we go to bed. We always talk before we fall asleep, and we just tell each other, hey, like, let's just keep each other up. It's not going to be forever. If one of us needs a break, we got to walk away, take a deep breath, but come back and just know that, honestly, I mean, we just feel blessed at this time because normally I'm training from 6 to 10, getting treatment until 12. I'm gone for 6 hours out of the day in the off season. And now I get to spend, 24 hours a day with my girls.
Yeah.
And I think as a parent, I mean, I've talked to some of the neighbors around here, it's at first you're like, oh, it's kind of overwhelming, man. What are we going to do? How do we keep the girls from being bored? But what I've heard from every one of these parents just in my neighborhood out here in Chestermere is, man, it's just amazing to have these times with the kids, and you see them grow and you see them, changing their attitude and learning things. And I think when I see my daughter learning something every day and asking, Daddy, will you build me this? And she's, dumps out the Lego. She's like, build me a train. And it's just seeing that, like, that young hunger and inspiration that pushes us to kind of keep going every day and know that, hey, let's be the absolute best parents we can be so we can raise the best kids that we can. So when this thing is over and everybody is, getting out and about, the girls are acting the right way. And, yeah, man, we just think just being parents is what we're trying to do.
Amazing, man. I don't want to keep you any longer. I know time's precious here, but I just wanted to let you know that, we're proud of you. We're all proud of you for just being the man you said you're going to be, and on and off the field, and continue to do what you're doing. And we thank you for all your support, for their opportunity, and keep up the great work, man. We're with you.
Man, I appreciate you. There they are right there.
There they are.
My pride and joy.
Love it.
Had to put them in the background. But, hey, man, thank you for everything you do. Giving guys an opportunity to get their voice out there. But everything y'all do with their opportunity, man, it's these kind of grassroots, charities that are going to keep that hope alive. It's times like this that, I mean, all these people watching down here, it's amazing to see. I see Jeff Beck, my old neighbor, just turned 40 yesterday, so shout out, Jeff. Everything you're doing, man, it's amazing, and I love to be a part of anything you've got going on.
Yeah, thank you, man. And to everybody out there that's watching, we want you to play safe, stay safe, and turn every obstacle into an opportunity. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we are going to share this on our story. We're going to replay it again tomorrow and throughout the weekend. Our platform is at TheirOpp, TheirOpp, and follow us. Make sure you follow us, and join us for some other exciting guests over the next few weeks. Have an awesome day.
To everybody down there, I see talking. They said more questions. Hey, take this time, find something you can get better at. Learn it on YouTube, learn a guitar, play, go read a book, do something around the house that your wife's been asking you to do for years. Get it done. This is the time right now. You have all the time in the world just to continue to make yourself better. And I think the more that we can all do that as people and as humans, the better this place is going to be for all of us.
It's amazing. Well, you know what? Maybe one last thing. Have you done anything new, during this time? Have you tried something new? Like that's good stuff. What have you done? A quick, just give us a quick highlight.
Honestly, it's exactly what I was showing you. I've never been a builder in my life. I got on YouTube and I told Maddie, I was like, no matter what, during this quarantine, I'm getting that garage cleaned out, set up, stored, everything. And I got on YouTube and I saw this guy that could build these giant shelves, 16 feet across, 8 feet high. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. And I just kept studying videos, and lo and behold, I went to Lowe's. I bought a miter saw, circular saw, 28 2x4s. Man, it was an experience, and it's taken me some time, but it's just it's that pride of, like, when I got done, I get to look at that shelving and know that, like, man, that it took me time, but it felt good. It just drives me to go do something else. So don't tell the wife don't tell the wife, for the next project, I'm gonna make a table for her office. So hope she loves it.
That's amazing. I love it, bro. These are the times you really remember. For me, the first time I've ever done yoga is during this time with my wife, and we're spending each night doing yoga together, and it's so good. And I didn't think I'd ever be a yoga guy. But
Yeah.
it's been really good for me, man. I'm loving it. We're having a great time together doing it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Just working out with your significant other is amazing, man. It gives you time to kind of work together and push each other, and it's awesome.
Well, that's it. That's all we have time for tonight. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.